And welcome everybody to my fourth preview. This is my fourth one. I already did 3. There probably will be another one coming out. It'll be 2 actually, 2 more coming out tonight. The Pittsburgh and Philly series out in the East, so we'll have Tampa and New Jersey left to cover. And out West, this one, and out West there will be Anaheim and San Jose. So by tomorrow, hopefully, or maybe later on today, we might get those. We might get everything done by today. But the last 2 series that we'll have to wait till tomorrow might be Nashville and Colorado and Tampa and New Jersey. But anyway, this is my fourth preview. So far, some people haven't liked my decisions. I was looking over like except for the Jets. I looked at the Jets. Everyone was saying Jets. Looked at my Leafs. I said the Leafs, but a lot of people were actually saying Bruins. And I looked over my Caps and Columbus, and it's kind of split there. I was like, wow, no. Anyway, Knights Kings. When this playoff matchup was first made, I was like, really? This? I was like, oh, should be a no-brainer, right? But then when I really looked into the stats here, I'm like, oh, this is really interesting. So let's get right into it. By the way, this one, I less researched on this one, really. Don't have the last 10 their winning streaks, home and road records. So I just have the records and everything else, though. The records, the Los Angeles Kings, start with them. 45, 29, and 8 with 98 points as the first wildcard team in the West. Not bad record. As for the Knights, 51, 24, and 7 with 109 points. Pretty good. Not bad. Also, the Knights are the better team. Cinderella story throughout the entire season, with them being the new franchise, going all this way. It's pretty big. Another big Pacific matchup here. Goals for, starting with the Knights. The Knights have scored 268 goals this season. 5th best. So they have the 5th best offense. While defense, allowing 225, which is 24th or 8th best. So they got the 5th best offense and the 8th best defense. Pretty good. Scoring 3.27 goals a game and allowing 2.74 goals a game. While the Kings only scored 237, which is 16th. So they're either, at halfway or below halfway, that's where they are. Not really a good offense compared to the Knights. They have the Knights have scored 31 extra goals than the Kings. That's a big advantage. However, goals allowed by the Kings, 202, which is enough for first in the NHL. So while their offense is not the best, but they got the best defense. And I kind of agree with what people when they say this. Defense wins you championships. Not all the time, but defense wins you championships. And if that's the way it is, the Kings should really be motivated. Best defense in the league going into the playoffs. Defense wins the championships. Kings should have this. If that's the case. Scoring 2.84 goals per game and allowing 2.46 goals per game. Pretty nice. So, the Knights still have the advantage because their both stats are in the top 10, while the Kings really aren't. But the Kings do have the best defense. But the Knights have the 5th best offense, which I'm going to love to see that. Best defense versus one of the best offenses in the league going head to head. Pretty good. Special teams. We'll stick with the Kings. 20.4 on the power play, which is 18th in the league, so below halfway. Like I said, their offense wasn't great, and that's probably a big reason, 20.4. However, defense, 85.0, which is again enough for first place in the NHL. Best defense, best penalty kill. Pretty nice stat. totaling up for 105.4. The Knights, power play 21.4, which is enough for 10th in the NHL. And on penalty kill, 81.4, which is enough for 12th. So, 10th best power play versus the best penalty kill in the league. The Kings are proving that they're not an offensive team, they're a defensive team. Mainly, let's be honest, maybe cry because of Jonathan Quick. And the Knights' total percentage is 102.8. So if you go on special teams, the Kings do have that advantage on special teams. Let's look at their lineups. Offense, the Kings, Iafallo, Kopitar, and Brown on the first line. Ryder, Carter, and Toffoli on the second line. Pearson, Kempe, and Lewis on the third line. Clifford, Amendio, and Mitchell on the fourth line. See, this is an older group. That's the thing I have a problem with the Kings. They don't have really good depth, and they're old. It makes sense why their offense wasn't the best. Kopitar, obviously, and Carter and Toffoli, yeah, but the Knights' offense, Marshall, Carlson, and Smith. What a great season William Karlsson's having, man. Hopefully he lights it up in the playoffs. Second line, Neal, Howla, and Tuck. Third line, Tatar, Eakin, and Carpenter. Fourth line, Nosek, Belmore, and Carrier. So also the Knights, like I said, it's fifth best offense. That explains it right there. Defense. Battenberg, that's actually his name, and Drew Downey, Martinez, and Folan, Phaneuf, and Kadu. That's your best defense in the league. Just that's 6. And that's enough for your best defense in the NHL. For the Knights, McNabb, Schmidt, Theodore, and Englad, Merrill, and Miller. I'll give the Kings their defense. It's going up, and goalie. Goaltending, Quick and Campbell, and Fleury and Subban. The thing about this, Jonathan Quick tends to light it up in the playoffs. Fleury tends to get hot in the playoffs. These goalies are going head to head. I don't know if Fleury's going to be starting though. Malcolm Subban might be the guy that's going to go in. So it might be a little bit scary for the Knights in that department. Season series, November 19th, the first game in Vegas. The Knights beat the Kings 4-2. Second game, December 28th in LA. The Kings lost to the Knights 3-2. February 26th in LA, the Kings beat the Knights 4-2. And the latest game, February 27th, the Knights beat the Kings 4-1. So the season series goes to the Knights over the Kings. Pretty interesting. Playoff history also. The Knights don't have anything their first year. The Kings. This is the thing, the Kings. 2017, last year, did not make the playoffs. 2016, they lost in the first round 4-1. They went down 3-0, one game 4. Everyone might have been like, oh my god, they're going to do it again. That didn't happen. 2015, just missed the playoffs. They really did just miss it in the last game of the season. 2014, beat San Jose 4-3 in the first round. Beat Anaheim in the first round in 7. Beat Chicago in 7. And then beat the Rangers in 5 in the Stanley Cup Finals. So 2014, they won the Stanley Cup. 2013, they went past the first round, past the second round. But again, lost to Chicago in 5 games. No, wait, no, I think I'm wrong. No. I just feel like the Kings and the Hawks had more of a series. But then again, 2012, the Kings also won the Cup there. So they were able to prove that they won the Cup 2 times in 3 years, which is pretty good. Honestly, the Kings don't have a good offense, but their defense is good, and Jonathan Quick plays really great. When he's on the roll, you watch out. Now, best penalty kill, honestly, best defense. They know what they need to do to get to the finals. They went there two times. Oh, it's been 2 times in 6 years, but they won the cup twice in 6 years, right? So they know what they need to do to get there. They have the veterans. They have all the players that know what it takes. Whereas in the Knights, obviously, it's their first year. Obviously, James Neal, he was in the finals last year. Fleury, obviously, 3-time Stanley Cup champion. So I'll give them that. But everyone else on that list, it's like, they don't know. And, oh yeah, sorry, injuries. I forgot about those. I'll get to that in a sec. So, the Knights don't have that experience where the Kings do. And that kind of scares me. And if Fleury's not going to be able to start the series at the beginning, that could also get worse for the Knights. Kings, like I said, don't have the best offense, but their defense can hold it out. Quick can do that too, so I don't know. Injuries, Muzzin and Forbort are out for the Kings, and for the Knights, Clarkson, Grabowski, Spiza, Lindbergh, and Perron. So those are big key offensive players. Like I said, I really don't know. I really don't know. I think this series is closer than what maybe a lot of people think, because of the the Knights are so good, and the Kings really, offensively they're not, but they have a great defense. They have the experience and leader and veteranship over the Knights. It's a close series. I'm gonna take this series is going to 7. I'm gonna take that. As much as I really like the Knights this year, their run, it's been amazing. I don't see. I'm serious. I don't see them passing the Kings. I know it's crazy when you think, but when you really think about it, defense wins a lot of games for you. Defense wins you championships, and that the Kings have defense. They have the best defense in the league. They have one of the best goaltenders in the league. Probably, if not maybe one of the best, not the best this season, but one of the best goalies of all time in Jonathan Quick. And if the Knights don't get Fleury for the first, let's say, 2-3 games, and the Kings could easily capitalize there. Malcolm Subban he has been with the Bruins, obviously, so the Bruins know what they need to do as well. But I don't know if Subban will know what it takes. So, as much as I like the Knights and their run this season, I don't know if they can do it. I'm taking the Kings in 7 games. It's going to be a hard-fought series. Like I said, I think this series really could go either way. It could really go 50-50 either way. If the Knights win, it's probably going to be a 7-game series for them. I think it's going to 7. It's going to go either way. I think the Kings will be able to edge out the Knights in round 1. So I'm taking the Los Angeles Kings to beat the Knights in 7 games over the Knights. So let me know what you guys think of that. Write down in the comment section below what you guys think. Who's going to win this series? Am I right? Am I wrong? Find out the next. So like I said, there'll be 2 more previews for sure coming out later on tonight. I mentioned what series they will be. Hope you guys enjoy it as we continue on with the playoff previews.